Okay, let's get stuck into this. Really imagine automating everything in your business. Not just the little bits and pieces, but whole complex processes all working together. That's the big idea we're diving into today. We're focusing on ZAPTEST.AI. We're using insights from an article called Automate Everything: How ZAPTEST Powers Every Industry and Department with RPA, that's Robotic Process Automation, and AI.
Right.
So our mission here is to explore how this platform is trying to be like a truly universal automation solution.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the reality right now for so many companies is quite different, isn't it? They're often dealing with this patchwork quilt of tools, one thing for testing, another for RPA, completely separate systems for any AI stuff they're doing.
All disconnected.
Exactly, and that fragmentation, it's not just messy, it creates real friction, integration headaches, potential security issues even, and you need so much specialized talent just to keep it all running. It really slows things down.
So this is where ZAPTEST.AI comes in then, with this idea of blending it all together. Software testing, RPA, AI, all in one place.
That's the core proposition, yeah.
Yeah.
Single unified platform.
And a big part of the pitch seems to be accessibility. They talk about building automation with no code, sometimes even just using plain English.
Yeah.
Is it really that simple for, say, complex business workflows?
Well, simple is maybe relative. The platform is designed to hide a lot of the complexity. That plain English part, that's often for getting started quickly, maybe building initial prototypes. It makes it really intuitive for, the business folks, not just the hardcore developers.
Okay.
But when you connect that to the real world, the applications are huge. Think about finance automating data entry, those complex reconciliations, tax reporting, tasks that take up so much manual time.
Yeah, hours and hours.
Right. Or healthcare patient intake, claims processing, keeping up with compliance. Manufacturing uses it for supply chain logistics, quality control checks. Even government agencies trying to cut down on paperwork, modernize services.
So it's hitting a lot of different sectors.
The common thread is taking over those repetitive, error-prone tasks, the things that people honestly find pretty tedious, freeing them up for more strategic thinking.
And it goes beyond just the industry, right?
Right.
It affects departments within any company.
Absolutely. HR teams, automating hiring, onboarding, legal departments maybe speeding up contract reviews, accounting getting reports out faster. And for the quality assurance teams, the QA folks, there's this feature they highlight called One Script.
Yes, I saw that. Tell us about that.
Well, normally you'd have to write separate test scripts for your website, then your mobile app, your desktop app, the APIs underneath. It's a ton of work and very repetitive.
And time-consuming to maintain.
Hugely. With one script, the idea is you write it once, and that same script can run across all those different platforms, web, mobile, desktop, API, without rewriting. That's a potential game changer for how fast you can test and release software.
Okay, that sounds powerful. How does it actually work under the hood? How does it manage that adaptability, especially when software changes?
Yeah, good question. It relies heavily on something they call one-click execution and self-healing automation. This uses computer vision.
Computer vision. So it sees the screen.
Sort of, yeah. It understands the user interface visually. So if a button moves slightly or the layout changes after an update, which happens all the time, the automation can often adapt automatically without breaking.
Wow, okay. So it heals itself in a way.
That's the idea. It cuts down massively on that constant maintenance burden of fixing broken test scripts or RPA bots.
Which must mean faster releases, more reliable automation overall.
Exactly. Less fragility in your automation means you're not constantly firefighting broken scripts. Things just run more smoothly.
Okay, the tech sounds impressive. But what about the business side? How does this scale financially? Automation can get expensive quickly if you need licenses for every bot or every user.
That's another area where ZAPTEST tries to be different. Their model includes unlimited licenses. Yeah. The idea is to remove that cost barrier as companies scale up their automation. You don't pay per bot or per user, which can get out of control. Someone from their team who provides hands-on support and guidance.
So direct support built in.
Right, which leads to, hopefully, predictable pricing, faster adoption, and a quicker return on investment because you're not struggling on your own.
So, wrapping this up, ZAPTEST.AI isn't positioned as just another tool in the box. It's aiming to be a whole system for, what's the term they use? Hyper-automation.
Hyper-automation, yeah. moving beyond automating single tasks to orchestrating entire complex processes end-to-end across the whole organization. The promise is speed, fewer errors, scalability, and ultimately a strong ROI.
It certainly paints a compelling picture.
It does raise a big question, though, something from the source material, actually. If a single platform like this can genuinely automate almost everything, what does that really mean for the future of how we work? Could automate everything just become normal?
That is definitely something to think about. A provocative thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into ZAPTEST AI today.